Hello, my name is Kexman and welcome to the Warcraft Radio Race to World First coverage of Mythic Ny'alotha, Day 6. Day 6 of the Race to World First was all about one boss, N'zoth the Corruptor. With Limit gaining some views of the hidden phase off-stream last night, as well as Method's kill of Carapace earlier today, everyone was wondering exactly what the old god we've heard so much about had in store for the top guilds in the world. First, let's take a look at Day 6's leaderboards. Still at the top is Complexity Limit on 11 out of 12, but right behind them a Method also on 11 out of 12. Pieces have moved up to number 3, currently on 10 out of 12, and behind them we have Aversion, Exorcist, Alpha and Fat Shark Yes, all on 9 out of 12. And then rounding up our top 8 we have Big Dumb Guild, currently on 8 out of 12 in Mythic Ny'alotha. The big news of the day was Method's kill on Carapace of N'zoth. Whilst it wasn't the cleanest kill, it still took them to 11 out of 12 and moved them up top with Limit. Whilst Limit have had a lot more time to see the fight ahead of Method, the pressure is now on them to maintain their lead. It even managed to get the normally cool Sko out of his seat. This is not the first time we have seen Limit ahead of Method going into the last boss of the raid. Back in Eternal Palace, Method was struggling with Zakul in a similar vein to Il'gynoth and Carapace. Eternal Palace was the last world first race and Method managed to triumph in that. Will we see the same thing happen this time round? We've also managed to see our first look into the secret phase of N'zoth. It appears as though a portal spawns into the heart chamber, enabling the raid to enter and battle a new mob that spawns there. We're currently unsure as to the exact nature of why we were there. We've had conflicting information in regards to a laser that must be fired, to a potential berserk timer on Magni and Mother. One thing, however, is very clear. This fight will take all of the guild's skill at this level to take down, and whoever does so will be the undoubted winner of this race to world first. Whilst the N'zoth fight has everyone talking, one of the thoughts brought up by the casters on the Method stream, particularly Preach, is that the Carapace encounter is a very disappointing fight. Whilst we can't comment on the actual difficulty as we've yet to come even close to attempting it, it does seem as though it is slightly lackluster. With the 4 tentacles and 2 eyes spawning in the first phase, we were all prepared for a long and arduous fight. But instead the first phase was over and perfected in less than 20 pulls. As you can see in the new pull counts, both Limit and Method have killed Carapace in under 70 pulls, Method doing so in under 40. Is this the new accepted pull count for the penultimate boss of a Mythic raid moving forward, or have the guilds just got that good over the past few years? Was this down to a short testing period, or has the corruption gear introduced this patch put too much power into the raiders' hands? We might not know until the race is over, but it's something that will need to be addressed with Shadowlands just around the corner. With tomorrow being the first day that we have had both Limit and Method on the same boss for the duration of the day, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how their tactics and comps differ going into the N'zoth encounter. This will also be the final day of Limit's raid week, with their ability to get more gear on their reclears and splits on Tuesday a big factor in the back of both theirs and Method's minds. Heading into Day 7 we can also see that Limit have managed to maintain their lead over Method in the amount of time it has taken them to reach N'zoth. Is this something that Method can pull back, or will we see Limit maintain this lead and take a clear victory in this race to world first? Only time will tell. Once again, my name has been Kexman and thank you for joining me on this Warcraft Radio coverage of Day 6 of the Race to World First in Mythic Ny'alotha. Obviously, if you're enjoying these videos, make sure to click the subscription button and the alert bell so you know exactly when our recap videos are going live, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at Warcraft Radio. If you want an up-to-date look at the Race to World First as it currently stands, head to warcraftradio.com/RWF. I will see you guys tomorrow for Day 7.